race, whether they want to remain where they are in the servitude that they are going through at the moment, in the killings and horror that we are passing through, or that they want to live as a normal, free people, as people in civilized wars are doing. Excuse me. This is the minimum of our request and our demand. And I'm saying this because as a peaceful movement, we are making this demand to the international community tonight. And we expect that justice must and should be done to the Biafran people. It is overdue. Excuse me. Great Biafrans, we must continue to put our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in our prayers. Those of you who are prayer warriors, do not cease in your prayers. Those of you who are traditionalists, do not stop in consulting and calling up the spirits of our heroes, the spirits that own Biafra land, to accompany us on this journey to freedom. And I can assure you that heaven is already on our side and Chukwuabiama is on the throne. Continue to remain faithful. Continue to remain consistent, disciplined. Continue to be devoted to those principles, to those things that we have learned from Onyendu, our leader. Put them in practice and remain loyal, of course, to the structure he has put in place. If you cannot cause any damage on this very movement and on this very project, it cannot happen and it will not happen. Therefore, as I always say, Biafra is not just our identity, it is not just our heritage. Biafra is our religion, and it is only to him to whom all honor belongs and all glory belongs. The creator of heaven and earth is the Chukwu Kabiama Promele. It is only him that we bow down to. It is only him that we worship. It is only him that we ascribe all honor and all glory. And I commend all of you into his hand, those of you who are working assiduously, honestly, dutifully, and truthfully to see that our leader is back with us soonest, and to make sure that Biafra comes. Chukwuabiama be with all of you now and always. Thank you for listening, and good night for me.